Hello investors, traders, and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, co-founder of Market Club with your market update for Wednesday, the 11th of December. We're sort of starting off a little bit differently today. I wanted to show you a new feature we have on the members blog, and that's ask about any market and get an answer. So you can see there's 37 comments there. So members are just asking about the markets, help on learning about different studies, how we use them, and we have other members helping other members, which is exactly what we wanted to do. So be sure to check ask about any market and get an answer. That's on the members blog at Market Club. So let's go right to the markets, and we're going to start with our portfolio. And what I like about the trade triangles, it shows you immediately the strong trends. So we picked up two new stocks today that came in our radar. One was Broadcom, the symbol is BRCM. The other one is Select Medical Holdings, SEM. They both showed up on our trade triangle alerts, which came here. So you can see they're in very strong trends. Also, the Dow is still in a strong trend, even with the pullback, and you're seeing a little bit of weakness just in the daily on the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. But generally speaking, everything else is pretty much go. You've got the dollar obviously under pressure against the euro. We expect that to continue. You have gold sort of in a trading range with a trade score of 55. That's a trading range, so you want to use an oscillator probably in that position. And we have crude oil, which is the intermediate term trend in crude oil. It's higher, looking for that to go to 100. So let's start off with Broadcom. Here's the chart on Broadcom. You can see our monthly kicked in at 28.23. It's 28.75, so that's clearly a nice start for the movement. And also, if you look at this market, you can see it has a nice, really what we consider to be a nice base come all the way around here. This is going to be able to continue this, I think, probably potentially up to these levels right here on the upside. Nice sort of solid base. It's a solid breakout, and that's the type of trading that we look for in Market Club. It's a nice solid base breakout. Monthly trade triangle here. The last one was here, so they don't come that often. That's all the way back in July. So several months ago we had a signal to get short or get out of the market, and you can see we've just now received the signal to get back in. So let's go to our next market. This is Select Medical Holdings, the symbol SEM. You can see it's clearly a huge move today. That came in at 908. It's currently 971, so it's already making money for us. You can see on the RSI way up into an overbought condition, but it looks as though this market can do better than we are seeing right now. So watch that very carefully. Put it on your radar screen. It's not an expensive stock. As I say, 971. Potentially we could see this market go higher. I think probably not a huge amount, but certainly higher than we're seeing now, possibly the 10, 11, 12 area. So let's watch that very closely. Now let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrials. As you can see, our trade triangles are all positive. There's the last monthly there at 15,721. It's 15,882. So it's coming back to an area where it should find some support. We need to go over this level here, I think, to resume the upward trend. That's over 16,058. That's going to be another key, but we may see a Santa Claus rally. But nonetheless, the market, if you look at the RSI, and that's an important element that we look at in this particular market, and it's right back in this zone right here, which is support. This should be support now for the Dow. So let's see how that holds up. But usually the 50 level is really kind of like the halfway line in almost like football. Once you're over the 50 line, you're going to see the market go higher, and once you go below the 50 line like here, you're going to see the market go lower. So watch that very carefully on the RSI. So a good indicator to follow. On the NASDAQ, pretty much the same thing. You're over the 50 line. Again, still a very strong area. You can see once it dipped down, you can see it dip down to what we consider to be support, which is right here. That's the 50 line. Remember, we talked about the 50 lines being like the halfway line, and that was right around these levels right here. So I think generally speaking we will find support around here, and I think we'll see this market resume its upward trend. On the S&P 500, much the same picture. The RSI's back to getting close to an area of support, and I think we'll see the market bounce around these levels and eventually make new highs. So let's see how that plays out. Moving on to crude oil, I'm just going to put our weekly in there. You can see that kicked in right here. That's our intermediate term trend at 95.71. Nice move up here, and we can see this market continuing up, potentially to the Fibonacci levels we talked about. So I'll just put the Fibonacci in for us. Fibonacci takes us over 100 if we have a complete Fibonacci correction to 101.72. That's a 61.8% correction, but certainly I think between 100 is in the cards here. That's about another 2.5 cents or $2,500 higher than we are now based on a futures contract. As you can see, we over the 50 line, strong trend, looking good. The trade triangles are there, intermediate. Everything looks good for this market to improve from current levels. Plus, we have some bitterly cold weather throughout the U.S. Looking at gold, you can see the number is 55, indicates a trading range. This is what we're looking at primarily in gold, potentially for 2014. And that is, we can see we have a low we got back here, and we have a low currently building here. Whether that stays the same, we'll have to see. But generally speaking, this could be a very, very important cycle we're in, and this could be a very important pivot point. Again, we're going to wait and rely on our trade triangles, which right now are minus 55. That's a trading range, and I think that's going to probably be the balance of the year while gold decides what it wants to do. But once we come out of this trading range, and if it's on the upside, then I think we'll have a good chance of seeing this market go higher. Lastly, looking at the US dollar against the euro, you can see the trend is clearly higher. We've crossed over the 50 line here. We're heading towards the 70 line. Not overbought yet. This is the last level of resistance. I think we'll go through that, and I think we'll see the dollar trade or the euro trade around the 140 level, which is about 2 handles higher than we are right now. Hey, this is Adam Hewison. It's good to be back. I hope you're enjoying, and be sure to check out our members blog. Ask us about any market and get an answer. That's what we'll do. We promise you we have a staff here who will help you improve your trading or answer any questions you have about Market Club or about the markets in general. Enjoy the trading day.
You can find Adam Hewison as a regular contributor on Bloomberg, Business News Network, CNBC, and Fox Business News.